Hi guys, it's Granny Tana speaking. Welcome to this FS25 news video. We got a new magazine by Giants, the Farming Simulator official magazine. And this is the issue number 7. And I would say it's the most interesting magazine they ever made. Okay, the first one was very interesting too, because it was the first time we had a farming simulator magazine. But this one is full of information about Farming Simulator 25. And yeah, I won't show you the whole magazine in this video, because Giants want to sell this magazine, and therefore it's of no use if we YouTubers show it to us, to you completely. But I will show you the most interesting information and the content page and the front page, that you can get an impression what you can expect, and then you can make informed decision whether you want to have this or not. Okay, here you can see already quite a lot what you can expect. It is packed full with informations about Farming Simulator 25, which is the very interesting aspect of this issue of the magazine, and about the animals, the crops, the maps, the everything, nearly everything that we already know is included in this magazine. So it's perfect for people who don't have the time to watch all the videos, read all the blog posts, but want to have the information condensed in one place. Therefore, it's really perfect. And it has other interesting things as well. There is this interview with Florian Busse. Florian Busse is the master map maker of Farming Simulator. He was already for FS22, and I don't know whether he made the maps before, but for FS22 I know it. And yeah, he has a whole team, so he is not alone in working on the maps, but he is the master of the maps. And he made a very interesting presentation at FarmCon, and I talked to him, and it was very, very interesting. Yeah, so one interview with him. And then there is an influencer spotlight with Emhoes and Co. Did you ever heard about Emhoes? I didn't heard about him until very recently. And then I found out he is a very big YouTuber, very successful, a gold partner. But he is in the Netherlands. And so even if you follow most of the big YouTubers and streamers and such from Germany and from the English-speaking world, there is still a huge community that you don't have any idea of. And that I found very, very interesting. So, such a big YouTuber making Farming Simulator stuff for years, and I thought, oh wow, and I never heard of him. And I think there are a lot of other big, interesting Farming Simulator content creators out there. Yeah, and there is an extra article or two about modding options. And yeah, it's nicely made. I would say it's interesting. Words, colorful. Oh, you have new opportunities to make this and that, but it's nothing to learn anything about. So for non-modders, this is very interesting. For modders who expect examples, how it is done in the XML and things like that, There is nothing like that. It was made by the marketing department. Maybe the marketing department asks the developers, what is new in modding? And the developers thought something like, how can I say it without using too technical words? Yeah, we have the nice new engine, and we have very nice new decals and big opportunities for modders, and yeah, very good textures, and so some special words, but for me as a modder, I didn't learn anything from this, sadly. But I can understand it. This is a magazine, and this is for all the millions of players. And this is nowhere near a modding tutorial thingy. And therefore it's okay. And yeah, but it's a little bit hard for me to wait until the release. And for the Giants editor, I guess much later, so last time, I think it was a week later, that the Giants editor came out. I don't remember exactly, but it was too long for me. And so we have to wait until we know what to do. And before we can hope. Yeah, that's about the modding options. Because I don't want to suggest to modders, buy this to get all the modding information. No, you won't. But it's nice to read that it's so wonderful what awaits us. Okay, now we have a table of contents. And we see what we already saw at the title page. And then there is a spotlight of the mod team BC Bula. And BC Bula is a Canadian modder who is very good in vehicle modding. And he is the one who made swathing available in FS25. He made several mods with the topic swathing. And if you wanted to do swathing in FS25, it was possible thanks to BC Bula. And now we get it in the base game. Yeah, and now this will be the last part of a page that I'll show you. This is the most interesting information, in my opinion. And it is new. We wished for it. We hoped that we have seen it, and we hoped even more, and we speculated, and now we can finally see it officially announced, the dynamic pastures. And I just read to you what they write. The dynamic pastures feature let you place fences on any large meadow and grass field you own. This can now be used to feed your animals straight from Mother Nature. Of course, with seasonal play enabled, you need to bring them back to their shed in winter and have enough fodder to bridge the time until next spring. That is wonderful, and I'm really, really happy about it. And like it's always the case with me, when I get one information, at least 10 questions pop up and want to be answered. And my first question is, will the cows be happy and healthy when feeding only grass? And will they produce milk? And what about the products that we want to get from the animals, the cows? Is it possible to get the milk when they are on the pasture? Will we get wool from the sheep and goat milk from the goats, and so forth? Will the horses be happy when feeding on the grass? We had this grazing mod in, or at least the PC players had the grazing mod in FS25, and in a way it was only useful for sheep, because the cows were not healthy. The horses didn't like to eat grass and therefore only good for sheep. When you played with Mice Plus, it was better because then you could configure the food that the cows were more happy and so on and so forth. But without Mice Plus, the grazing mod was only really good for the sheep. And I hope this is better with this new feature. And yeah, when we build this fence, will there be an automatic trough for the water? Or how do they get water? How do we get the products from the animals? As you can see, I have a lot of questions. How will we bring the cows and other animals to the pasture, from the barn to the pasture? Is it needed to have a transporter? They are very small, usually. If you are in the beginning, you have your first 50 or 100 cows, then you need to buy this transporter that fits in 6 cows or so. And then you have to drive the whole day back and forth to bring your cows to the pasture. Or will we be able to just open the gate and tell them, hey, cow, go to the meadow. Yes, 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 like it is done in reality. In reality, it's very often like that the cows, they sleep at night in the barn, and then in the daytime, they are brought to the meadow. Like I said, hey, cow, Magda, Maria, Josephine, yeah, like that. And those are typical German names for cows. And in the evening, they are brought back to the barn and to their milking robot and so. But that wouldn't be possible in the game if you need to drive them in a small transporter. So I'm very interested how this will work. And is it the last question? I think it's the last question that I have at the moment. And will it be possible to enlarge the meadows of the base game barns? So if you have a barn with a small meadow attached, can you enlarge it with this new feature? I guess it won't be possible. But I would love to know it. So, and now I have one last image for today, and this is where it all began. I think that was the Gamescom trailer, and in the last second, this little tiny goat was jumping around, and in the background we saw this fence. And a lot of people thought, this fence looks ridiculous. It doesn't look like a fence of a normal barn. Because between the rock and the tree and it really doesn't look like the fence of a normal barn. And then the gossip started, the rumors, maybe it will be a feature that we can make our own pastures in the game. And when I saw it, I thought, yes, looks like a sensible idea, but I won't celebrate it before we get the final information that it's really possible, because it could be built-in fence on a map, so it could have been just a strangely placed fence. Yeah, but now we know we can make our own pastures in-game. And I think this is very, very awesome. Okay, so very good news. I don't know whether Giants is aware how big this news is for a lot of people. I could imagine that for some players this is the most interesting feature of Farming Simulator 25. Not for everybody, for sure. I think the players who are more concentrated on the driving and the vehicles are more interested in GPS and the ground deformation and so, and I'm celebrating the young animals a lot, but this Selfmade Pastures is a very, very nice and awesome feature in my opinion, and I really wonder about the details. Yeah, I'm eager to know this. And now the last thing I want to tell you is, how could you get this magazine that I praised so much? I don't know whether it is available as a paper thing in English, in English-speaking countries. I really don't know. But you can buy it directly on the Giants website as a PDF version. And then you have it on your computer or in your smartphone or tablet or whatsoever. And yeah, it doesn't take any space on your table. You just have it inside your device. I will provide a link in the description below how and where to buy this with my partner code. And if you buy it with my partner code, I will be very, very happy. Yeah, that's about it. And it's available in a lot of languages. So not only German and English, but a whole bunch of languages. So if you are no English speaking from your first language, then you can more or less choose the language you want. Okay, that's about it. I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you for watching and all the best. Till next time. Tschüss.